Hello and welcome. This is Notibot ENG. Tonight, we bring you the latest updates on the escalating tensions between the United States and Iran. President Trump has made a remarkable announcement, claiming the Iran war is close to over as truce talks advance. But is he running out of options, or is a deal finally within reach? We'll also delve into China's stance on the Strait of Hormuz and explore the U.S.'s tightening grip on Iran through sanctions. Our top news stories will keep you informed on the complex and ever-changing dynamics of this sensitive region. As tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate, a surprising statement from a former U.S. president has sparked questions about the ongoing conflict in Iran. The Iran conflict has reached a critical juncture, with President Trump claiming that the war is nearing its end. In an interview with Fox News, Trump stated that the U.S. is not done, but the 6-week-old conflict is close to being resolved. American forces have reportedly halted all economic trade going into and out of Iran by sea, showcasing their maritime superiority in the region. This move has sparked threats of retaliation from Tehran. The United States, along with several European countries, had launched a military operation in response to the killing of Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani by U.S. forces in January. The operation was aimed at deterring Iranian aggression in the Middle East. However, the U.S. military's efforts have been met with resistance, with Iran launching missile strikes on several U.S. military bases in Iraq and Syria. The conflict has significant implications for global oil supplies, with the Strait of Hormuz being a crucial waterway for international trade. The U.S. has been trying to reassure allies and partners that it is committed to protecting the region, but its actions have been criticized as overly aggressive and destabilizing. The situation remains tense, with both sides digging in their heels. As the conflict reaches its critical point, it remains to be seen how it will ultimately play out. One thing is certain, however, the consequences of a resolution will be far-reaching and significant. With tensions in the Middle East continuing to escalate, President Trump is now predicting a swift end to the ongoing conflict with Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump has stated that the war with Iran is very close to over as truce talks advance. According to reports, Trump made the comment during a meeting with his national security team at the White House on Tuesday. The remarks were seen as a positive development in the ongoing conflict, which has resulted in the deaths of at least 180 people and injured over 1,000. The U.S. has been involved in a long-standing dispute with Iran over its nuclear program, as well as other issues such as the presence of U.S. troops in Iraq. The conflict escalated in January when a U.S. drone strike killed top Iranian military commander Qasem Soleimani, leading to retaliatory attacks by Iran and its allies. Trump's comments were welcomed by some, including Senator Lindsey Graham, who said they were a good sign. However, others have expressed skepticism, pointing out that the situation remains volatile. Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif has also expressed caution, stating that Iran will not accept any unconditional deal. The truce talks, which involve the U.S. and Iran, as well as other international players, are seen as a major development in the conflict. The talks aim to address the underlying issues driving the conflict, including Iran's nuclear program and the presence of U.S. troops in the region. The success of these talks will depend on the ability of the parties to reach a mutually acceptable agreement. As tensions in the Middle East continue to simmer, a key player is speaking out on the sensitive issue of maritime security in the region. China has urged respect for Iran's rights as a literal state of the Strait of Hormuz, while calling for the freedom and safety of navigation through the key waterway amid the ongoing conflict between the U.S. and Iran. This comes as the war between the two countries has disrupted normal passage for global cargo and crude oil, as well as commercial shipping. Foreign Minister Wang Yi made the call to his Iranian counterpart Abbas Araghchi in a phone conversation, stating that China supports maintaining the momentum of the ceasefire and peace talks. Wang emphasized that Iran's sovereignty, security, and legitimate rights and interests as a literal state of the Strait of Hormuz should be respected and upheld. However, Wang also stressed the need for the freedom and safety of navigation through the strait, saying that restoring normal transit through the strait is a shared call of the international community. This is a key concern for the global shipping industry, which relies on the Strait of Hormuz for its trade. The conflict began on February 28th, when the U.S. and Israel launched a war against Iran, and has since been marked by a 2-week ceasefire, mediated by Pakistan. The U.S. has implemented a blockade of Iranian ports facing the strait, which has disrupted shipping and trade. Efforts by mediators, including Pakistan, are ongoing to end the war. As tensions between the U.S. and Iran continue to escalate, the administration has taken a significant step to keep the pressure on Tehran. The Trump administration has expanded sanctions on entities linked to Iranian oil kingpin Hossein Shamkhani, in a bid to maintain pressure on the country amid diplomatic talks and a recent naval standoff in the Strait of Hormuz. According to reports, the U.S. Treasury Department has imposed penalties on over a dozen entities, including companies, individuals, and shell firms. Hossein Shamkhani, a key advisor to Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, is a prominent figure in Iran's nuclear program and has been the subject of U.S. sanctions for years. The latest move is seen as a significant escalation of U.S. pressure on Iran, as the country engages in high-level diplomatic talks with world powers. The sanctions, which were announced on Tuesday, target companies and individuals involved in the oil and gas sectors, as well as entities that provide financial and logistical support to Shamkhani's network. The move is designed to limit Iran's ability to sell its oil on the global market and to disrupt its ability to access international banking services. The U.S. has been seeking to maintain pressure on Iran in recent weeks, following a naval confrontation between U.S. and Iranian forces in the Strait of Hormuz. The incident, which occurred on August 10th, was seen as a significant escalation of tensions between the two countries. The U.S. has accused Iran of violating international maritime law, while Iran has denied any wrongdoing. The latest sanctions move is seen as a key component of the U.S. strategy to keep the pressure on Tehran. A major setback in the ongoing debate over U.S. military intervention in the Middle East, as Senate Republicans reject a crucial war powers measure. The U.S. Senate has rejected a resolution aimed at reining in President Donald Trump's military campaign against Iran. In a vote of 52 to 47, a majority of the Senate backed the Republican president's military actions, despite opposition from Democrats. This is the fourth time Democrats have forced votes on similar measures, but all previous attempts have failed. The latest resolution, which would have required Congress to authorize continued fighting, was blocked in the face of opposition from every Republican except Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, who voted in favor of the resolution. The vote underscoring the Republican Party's continued support for President Trump's war policy, which has been ongoing since the U.S. and Israel launched airstrikes on Iran on February 28. The Democratic Party has vowed to continue bringing up the war powers resolution until the conflict ends or Congress authorizes continued fighting. The resolution was put forward by Democrats, with Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania being the only Democrat to vote against it. The significance of this vote lies in its implications for the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. With the Senate backing President Trump's military actions, it suggests that the Republican Party is willing to stand by the president's decision to launch airstrikes against Iran. This has raised concerns about the potential for further escalation and the need for congressional oversight of military actions. As the conflict continues, the Senate's stance on this issue is likely to be closely watched by lawmakers and the international community. That's all for today's news recap. We'll keep you updated on the latest developments from around the world. I'm your name, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more news and analysis. Stay informed, and we'll be back tomorrow with more updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll be in touch soon.